once in a while, a J1Q entry comes along that's so good, you can't wait till the second segment to get to it. Good morning to you. Good Monday morning. I'm Dejan Kovacevic of DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is Daily Shot of Pirates. Comes your way bright and early every weekday. If you're into football and or hockey, I also offer daily shots of Steelers and Penguins in the same place that you found this. Nelson Walters was going to be my just one question contributor for the day. This is just too good. And it was way better than whatever it was that I was going to talk about. Here it comes from Nelson. Full credit. DK, have you ever heard the people running the Pirates say that making the playoffs is their goal? Playing .500 ball while keeping payroll low seems to be their goal, and no matter what they say, their actions betray them. So I read through your question. Like I said, I had selected it for the show, and it occurred to me, I don't really have that answer, at least not definitively. I don't remember anyone, Ben Cherington, Derek Shelton, even down at field level, saying, hey, the goal is to make the playoffs. This team should be in the playoffs. But since I was out of town covering hockey while Pirates Fest was going on, I asked both of our reporters who were covering that event for DK Pittsburgh Sports, Greg McAfee and Jose Negron, if they had heard any such thing. The answer was a definitive no, with one of them quipping, believe me, if they'd mentioned playoffs, my ears would have perked up. And I got to tell you, I think you might be onto something here. Because if you go back, and I did over all of the transcripts from everything that was spoken at Pirates Fest, and this on top of everything that was spoken at the winter meetings, and of course, the first 5 years they've been here, the MO is to set the bar not as low as possible, but as vague as possible. So you'll hear terms like that we just want to get better or keep getting better. Whenever Cherington in particular is pressed on the concept of anything resembling a goal, he'll make these repeated, and by the way, super annoying references to how things aren't happening as quickly as we all would like, or that they want to accelerate the process, because to him, oh boy, this is not new, but if you're new to this program, this happens to be an individual who's very much invested in his process. His belief is that the process is pristine, it's just a matter of time. So if you wait it out long enough, it's just going to be all awesome. And I have no doubt that that's the bill that he has sold to Bob Nutting and Travis Williams. In fact, I don't have to guess at that because those two individuals have spoken in very similar terms. They really think something incredible is on the way. And not through any external means. They just think it's coming. And if you have somebody not just filling your ears, but also, filling up your eyeballs with charts and graphs and things that you get from your analytics people that show soon we'll be hitting at this level and soon our starting pitching will rank da-da-da-da-da. And you just go, wow, I can't possibly pull the plug on this. I sure wish it would get here faster. So it doesn't even seem to come into account that something might not work, or that the process itself is so off that not only are you bad at the major league level, but you're bad at the developmental and acquisition levels as well. Which, of course, would bring up your question in the best possible context, which is, if you really feel this strongly about your processes and about the people that you have and about, the talent that's at hand, whether it's on the field or whether it's instructional, then tell us, please, do you expect to make the playoffs in year 6? Especially now that the clouds have parted and the baseball gods have bequeathed to you Paul Skeens. And all you'll get is more hemming and hawing and getting better and hoping that it comes along fast. Well, I don't know about you, Nelson, and I'm not going to speak for you. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. But I see the playoffs as a fair goal. Now, don't misinterpret that. That is not me predicting that the Pirates will make the playoffs. That's not me expecting that the talent level that they currently have is commensurate with that of a playoff team. Rather, it's saying that, make the playoffs or get lost. Make the playoffs or let somebody else inherit your magnificent process and see if they can push it to the next level. Faster. Everybody with me on that? I mean, is that fair? Is that reasonable? You go through 5 years of trading virtually every asset in sight, spending tens of millions of dollars on the draft and Latin America and everything else. Make one playoff appearance or get lost. And with that said, when we come back, we're going to have a regular old J1Q.
It's Gun Storage Check Week. Help prevent unwanted access to your firearms. No one wants their unsecured gun to be used in an accident, a suicide, or a crime. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to secure your firearms. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org. That's gunstoragecheck.org. Brought to you by NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association.
Today's J1Q comes from Terry McCarthy. It's a good one, too. He says, DK, if you were a free agent, would you want to sign here? Anytime something like this is posed this way, I'll always first answer it literally, which is, sure I would, because somebody somewhere would think enough of my baseball skills, which were very modest, even at the little league and pony levels, that they'd think enough of me to offer me money to play baseball. So yes, I would take it. Now, if I were a free agent somewhere in the open market, meaning not me, but somebody who can actually do that for a living, and you're asking me if I would sign with the Pirates, the answer is also yes. And I really feel like this specific narrative has been contrived beyond recognition over the years. And I think you know which one I'm talking about. I don't know that you're bringing it up necessarily, but that's the one that free agents will never come here. This most recently was resurrected by the Rowdy Tellez bonus fiasco near season's end, where Rowdy was about to get a $250,000 bonus, and the Pirates, of course, pulled the plug on him right near season's end in a blatantly obvious, transparent move at just saving money. Never mind that they'd already grossly overpaid him for his performance over the season. Never mind that they would have been well within their rights and actually should have cut him months earlier, so he ended up making far more, in my mind, than what he was owed. The discussion, because the Pirates are the Pirates, ended up becoming how this would damage the Pirates' perception in front of other potential free agents. And anybody who has spent any amount of time either in this industry or covering this industry will tell you that it has none, zero, zip. Because when the Pirates outpay somebody else, they get that player. The Mets, who are loaded with Steve Cohen's personal wealth, the only franchise in all of professional sports that's dipping into someone's actual wallet, put a $10 million offer on the table. This is a true story for Aroldis Chapman last winter. The Pirates came in at $10.5 million. Guess where Aroldis went? To the team with the best playoff chance? Fresh off his first ever World Series championship with the Rangers? Or to a team that offered him the best possibility to close? No, he went to Pittsburgh, even though the Pirates are the Pirates, and even though David Bednar was already here, fresh off 2 All-Star appearances. Why did he come here? Hint, it's the same reason Aroldis waited for somebody, in this case the Red Sox, this winter to offer $10.75 million. The players go where the money is, and they do so in large part because the agents guide the players where the money is. And for the players who say things like, yeah, but I want to go to a winner, I want to be part of a winner, all the agents say to them is, listen, hang on through July. The team that stinks is going to move you. you'll end up with a winner anyway. And you won't be cutting yourself short financially. So this whole thing about free agency and whether or not somebody would come here, 100% radio talk show mythology. Yeah, I appreciate the question. I appreciate everybody listening to Daily Shot of Pirates. We'll be back with another one of these tomorrow.